Got some banana pudding. Trying to get the trap phone on. The bat phone on. I'm ready to eat. What the hell is that? I need some salt and pepper. Ain't got none. Or do I? No, not in front of me. I'm ready to eat. Let's see if I got you. Alright. Ooh, it's hot. Hot. Shit. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Damn. Okay. Let's talk about it. Always something. What are we doing? I guess we can go to that extreme, leaving people alone that don't mean nothing in your life. Mm. Mm. You see them seasonings in there? These ranch style beans are spicy. Puffy trying to come back. Let's see.
And it looks like, as usual, they are throwing the only black woman on his legal team under the bus. You guys, what am I talking about? If you guys have been following this, Nicole Westmoreland got up and walked out in front of the cameras, okay, and told everybody that Diddy's team was pursuing a pardon from Trump. Now, at that time, I even noted that's odd because Mark Agnifilio said he don't know nothing about that. And as far as I knew, he was leading the team. She stood up there and did a press conference talking about Diddy's innocent. The prosecution already researching because they couldn't bring up 70 victims. You know, all those lawsuits are lies. She was doing what she can to go out there and be a soldier for her man. I will say one thing. I thought it was questionable. Why isn't Brian still going out there and saying this? Why isn't Mark Agnifilio going out and saying this? Because the pardon is politically charged. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And what lawyer in this day and age wants to get involved in a political fray and the backlash from hundreds of millions of Americans being mad because you made yourself the face of the person that is trying to get Diddy free? Nicole Westmoreland said, I'm a Huckleberry, and she strode out there and did that. Well, guess what? Less than 24 hours later, after she really put herself on the line for Diddy, Mark Agnifilio, Brian Still, and people on Diddy's team are putting out official statements saying Nicole doesn't know what she's talking about, and they're not involved in that. Y'all, let's get into this. I do want to say this. For every black woman that has a mammy fantasy about saving her king, Diddy, and protecting him and going out there, I get it. A lot of women of all races got Captain Save-A-Ho fantasies. I don't know. I guess nobody in your life told you you're the one that's supposed to be saved and the man's coming. But okay, fine. You got mommy hero worship savior issues. But let this be a note, because look at the way that Diddy's team is using the black woman to be disposable. And we could argue that she herself is excited to be disposable. But I find this is very, very odd, okay? They put this directly in People magazine and a bunch of mainstream media outlets, so you know that Mark Agnifilio wants us to hear this with the chest. Why do I keep bringing up Mark's name? Because Mark is head of Diddy's legal team. He also did an interview. We'll talk about that over live. He got a new haircut, y'all. We're going to talk about that over live, all right? They said multiple insider sources tell people that Sean Combs' legal team did not reach out to President Trump for clemency, though others in his orbit did. Okay? They said with less than 2 months before his sentencing, one of Sean Diddy Combs' attorneys claimed that efforts have been made to secure a pardon from President Trump. Not just efforts have been made, they literally had a press conference. So this wasn't just her, you bump into Nicole in CBS, and she's like, yeah,
That's when you know your chicken is good. When you see that bone cook.
The video's out there. It's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon, okay? Nicole's, a member of Combs' legal team, told CNN in an interview that aired on Tuesday, August 5th. However, behind the scenes, that narrative is being disputed. Multiple sources with knowledge of that situation tell people that Diddy's legal team has not made any formal contact with Trump or his administration. Okay, somebody's lying. And who do you think is lying? Now, we're going to get into this article, but let me just take you guys on a side note, because there's two things that could be happening. One, they could be throwing the only black woman on his legal team under the bus. Okay? And I say that because Diddy has been trying. I would say that Diddy is a predator, and he always leans on women to save him. Okay? But Nicole Westmoreland went out there. I thought it was weird that Brian Still and Mark Agnifilio didn't. Again, why are y'all putting her out there? And why is she volunteering to be a slaughter to the lamb? Do you want your face associated with that? You're not going to get the benefit that maybe Mark or Brian Still can get by being associated with that. Or two, one other thing that could be happening is they literally made a public announcement.
You talking about tasting
trying
good.
to keep begging Trump. And they got back a definitive.
I was going to order some
happening. It can't happen.
eggs.
So they slink back in and they're like, because it's going to be too embarrassing. And once again, they use Nicole Westmoreland as a
French toast.
Let me tell you something. Today's legal team is uber coordinated. Mark Agnifilio might come across as old, he's the most likable person next door. He has a really familiar air. He's very likable if you meet him, right? But that's part of like his little stick. But Mark is a legal eagle, and he is sharp, and he ran a tight ship. You cannot tell me that people. You cannot tell me that people just let Nicole Moreland
Some
go
butter
see
bread
it. That was all orchestrated.
with some
All
jelly.
orchestrated. So it makes you wonder what's going on. But let's keep going. They said people in Diddy's world in orbit are reaching out
I
to
got
his
a whole
administration for a
breakfast.
pardon, but not his legal team. They have nothing to
Pancakes.
do with it, but they're aware it's happening. What does this also let me know? Well, there also might be something else going on. It has been said that Diddy is trying to buy his way out of prison.
Eggs,
He is
sausage,
offering
and
money.
everything
He's
in the
offering money
refrigerator
to
right now.
people to make introductions to people network, to people threat, but he's
And I
offering
bought that
millions if he can get that pardon.
buy one, get
It
one
is
free.
illegal to bribe officials for a pardon, and it's illegal to try to pay for a pardon. Those lawyers know that. If Diddy is doing what the streets say
I'm
he's
talking
doing,
about
the
this
way
shit
he's getting a
good.
pardon.
The
Well,
spices
you
are
guys,
right.
what does that tell you? Like, honestly, what does that tell you? It tells you that he's
I
involved
mean,
in
the
some mess
season.
that could blow up,
This
and
is
Diddy
not
don't care because he's been the untouchable kid so far, and they don't want to be involved in it. That's what I think it tells you. But let's keep going.
It's sitting right inside the
Let's keep
chicken.
going. They said they have nothing to do with it, but they are aware it's happening. Sounds like something illegal might be going on, and they don't want their bar licenses mixed up. On how far Combs feels about the as to how Combs feels about the possibility of a pardon with the former president, was Moreland told CNN he's a very hopeful person, and I believe that he remains hopeful. The White House official told CNN they will not comment on the existence or non-existence of a clemency request. On July 31st, Rolling Stone reported that longtime allies of Diddy have approached political operatives, lobbyists, and others with close ties to Trump's circle and government officials, allegedly offering large sums of money.
They don't want your money, Diddy.
The money in exchange for helping to secure a presidential pardon. 3 people familiar with the discussions told
They
Rolling
want
Stones
your
that
ass.
at least one of the offers were, anyway, a lot of money. However, the sources also noted that some of these offers come with strings attached, namely that most of the money wouldn't be paid until a pardon was granted. Now, here's the thing. Diddy probably thought he did his real one, because Diddy is used. What was it? Katie Rocks on Instagram always talks about future faking. Diddy is a
I'm
future
happy.
faker like a bug, not just a weapon.
You know
but
why
to
I'm
mention,
happy?
okay? So a future faker, somebody that
Oh.
like promises something in the future.
Reason why I'm happy is because I have direction. I had to pay 17 credit cards down to 0. I got that done. A sacrifice. Oh yeah. Somebody's gonna lose their mind. Oh yeah. It's dark skinned chicken. It's Negro chicken. Old girl said, me speak no English as soon as I got in the Uber, right? And I ain't talked to her. But as soon as I got out the Uber, you give me, thank you, have a nice day. I said, oh, okay, you too. She said, give me 5 stars, okay? I said, oh, no problem, I definitely will. I don't know what they doing out there in the streets, but she grabbed her seatbelt, tried to buckle up when I got in there. I just want to tell y'all, I love y'all. The ones that follow me and watch me, the ones that know me in real life, see on YouTube or on social media, you can do and be whatever you want. I mean, on different platforms. I really don't want to eat with my hands. I think your hands are where the majority of your germs are at. No matter if you wash them or not. I don't rub my eyes. I haven't been sick in years. The only thing I get sick from, if you consider allergies sick, and I haven't had allergies in years. I don't swap spit with nobody. I don't drink after nobody. I don't do no oral sex. I'm not tongue kissing. I'm not smoking after nobody. I'm too old for all that stuff. These people out here dirty now. It ain't like they were back in the day. You can't be taking as much risk as you used to. You can't get it up. I mean, you can't just get up and wash it off with soap and water. That skin tag is gonna sit there until you go get that lasered off. Or that herpes gonna stay there until you get the right medication to get that to subside. You're gonna have that urinary tract infection until you get your mind right and go seek the right help. All them condoms that be up in the women, oh no. That stench be disgusting. And they don't care, they keep it going like it ain't nothing. I be telling my pH balance might be off. Not homegirl, you got a condom up in you. And we need to go get that removed. Somebody better ask somebody.
Order to get something from you now, but they have no intention of delivering, okay? A future faker like Diddy probably knows. Wait till you get what you want to get the money, but anyone that has a brain knows that Diddy always says he's going to get money, but then when he gets what he wants, he doesn't give you anything. So Diddy might have screwed himself over with that. I don't know. Anyway, a Diddy source said, I think it's such BS. I don't think any of this is true. Two other knowledgeable sources claim they also don't believe it's true. But Nicole Westmoreland told Piers Morgan on Wednesday, August 6th, we're laser focused on preparing for October 3rd. You want to do what is right and fair. I think being pardoned would be the right thing to do. We are hopeful. You guys, who's lying? I believe the part of Diddy's legal team. That interview did not happen by accident. It had to be set up. It had to be approved. Nicole Westmoreland, as much as I think what she did with Diddy and what Bone on Stan was legally depraved, what Brian Still did, what Mark Agnifilio did, what all they did, they were very effective, very good, but I think it was morally bankrupt, right? They are not, especially Nicole Westmoreland, she is not a flaky sort of person. She doesn't do things and be like, oh, what happened? She is very cunning, very calculated. Everybody on Diddy's team is at the top of their game. The fact that this all happened let you know that
Well,
what Nicole was saying was most likely true. But
hold on. Everybody at the top of their game. If that's the case, why didn't they bring up the Mann Act before the jury deliberated or before the trial even started? Why did they have to go search for that? Uh-huh. All these so-called educated people. Let this man out of jail and stop playing around with us. That man want to come out of jail, buy BET, go on a American and international tour, sell his rights, do interviews, his movie rights, do interviews with Ye, concerts, go on Shannon Sharp show, Club Shay Shay, and all the mainstream channels and bounce back. Because and get all his family members, the whole household to be out here working their ass off. While he sits behind closed doors and still does the same thing he been doing. Watching live porn and pleasing himself. Because once you start doing something, you ain't gonna never stop. He definitely gonna be a repeat offender. He's gonna get prescriptions for all them drugs that he used to have that were street drugs. He gonna get legal prescriptions to something that match the same type of tolerance. Anybody can take them classes and sit there and talk like a robot. I'm happy that I was able to make it to this side of life. But yeah, they beat the hell up out that white woman. She did an interview, and these are triggers. They got a whole town ready for white folks to live in without black folks. Here we go again. You know, the Hodge twins thought they were acceptable. All that capping and caping for white America. And the Hodge twins, they ask, are we able to come into that community? Motherfuckers say, hell no, you mulattoes, keep your ass up out of here. We don't care about you and the Mexican women. Y'all are black. You're always using the N-word. And you need to keep your ass right amongst them black folks. Damn. Everyone 100% white folks in that white town. Mm-hmm. Nobody want to go where they at anyways. They can drink their bush beer, talk about white power all they want to, ride their big trucks, race cars, country and rock and roll and hillbilly music, and keep all their racial slurs right on over there in the hillbilly town. 'Cause I know for sure I don't want to go over there. We foundational black Americans keep on arguing with these Africans. Them tethers don't have nothing to offer us. We try to be as kind as we can to them. And they got a look on their face every single day that they can't stand us. Hmm. All this stuff is racially motivated. And you could miss me with that American dream. I never was down for that. Only thing I'm down for is that I seriously believe people should not be racially profiled, judged by the color of their skin, discriminated against because of their ethnicity, culture. I do believe in all that. But as far as like me personally going on my way to want to be with others, I don't want to be with none of y'all. It's all the woman's fault, the women's fault. When you have nobody else to blame it on the women. They destroy the world. They birth these little heathens and nurture them. They just want some riots, uprising, protests. Yeah, tariffs are another excuse for all the prices to go up. You can taste the salt and pepper inside the skin. If you got high blood pressure, you might faint eating this stuff. Putin and Zelensky are still going back and forth at it about that Ukraine. Trump, EIA at Wall Street, wobbling around as tariffs take effect. He got that. He got that card out again, trying to make everybody think he's doing good. We can get into boxing. We can get into politics. Everybody out here for some unknown reason want to tell Vanessa Williams who she could sleep with. I mean, Vanessa Bryant. She might be pregnant, and LeBron James got something to say about it. You can't tell that woman what to do with her vagina. You ain't. That woman's a widow. She can get whatever man she wants to and have another baby if she chooses to. Well, these dudes be doing too much. I remember, who was that? Kodak Black was trying to holler at her. And he was trying to holler at one of her best friends that used to be down with that boy, that man that died in Crenshaw, that gang, the LA rapper. This right here hit the spot. I'm not trying to rush. Hey, you don't have to be friends with people forever. You want to move on from being friends because somebody don't support you? Move on. See what happens.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ropes. So even though I've told myself and I promised myself that I would never do this again, which is make a video about another YouTube channel. Used to do it back in the day, nothing good ever came from it. Plus I'm older now, I don't need to be doing shit like that no more. But for non-boxing, I don't even know where to begin. I've been subbed to Fanon for a long time, maybe something like maybe 7, 8 years, something like that. But I think he's even been around longer than that. I think I remember seeing him in the comment sections back in the day, but he really started to get his channel pumping maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, something like that. And I used to really enjoy watching Fanon's videos. Used to be the first videos, one of the first channels that I would watch first thing in the morning. I thought that he made well informative videos. But then, for the past couple years, ever since that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight, Fanon has completely turned into somebody else, man. I don't know what happened to him, but it's looking weird, man. It doesn't look normal what he's been doing. I mean, he's got to be probably one of the most obsessed, nonsensical, delusional Terrence Crawford haters that I've ever fucking seen, man. I've never seen anything like it. For the past couple of years, right after the Errol Spence fight, he didn't waste no time. He immediately started the Terrence Crawford's ducking boots saga that lasted for a long time. I can't even tell you how long that shit lasted. But every time one of his videos would pop into my feed, it had something to do about Terrence Crawford being terrified of Boots Ennis, that he's ducking them and avoiding them and moving out of the division because he's scared. And just all this nonsense that anybody with a half a brain listening to him would know that that's nonsense. That he had already said what his plans were after Errol Spence. He already said he was moving out of the division before the fight took place. He even said in the interview that he had a hard time, I think it was in the post-fight press conference, that he had a hard time cutting the weight for that fight. But Fanon, every single day, he just kept pumping out videos about Terrence Crawford being terrified of Boots. That was weird in itself. It didn't really make any sense because Boots is a great fighter. But in my honest opinion, I think that he's wasting too much time trying to live off the names of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Mostly Crawford because Spence has been out for a while. But he's wasted a lot of time. By all this time that's gone by, he should already have a big name of his own. His name is not that big. You can go and ask some casual people, do you know who Boots Ennis is? And they're not going to know yet. He hasn't built his name yet. He should do more like what Benavidez did and just took whatever fights he can get and just stay busy and take some tough fights too that may not be beneficial for you as far as your finances or risk versus reward, stuff like that. But he still took those fights and he still built a big name for himself. He's a popular name in boxing now. And I don't think that Boots Ennis, even though we know who he is because we're more hardcore fans, but I think that Benavidez has more casual fans than Boots Ennis at this particular point in time. And I would like to see Boots just do something because he really hasn't impressed me over his past few fights. His last fight was real good. I enjoyed his last fight, but if I'm just looking at his overall last 3 performances, I wasn't really all that impressed by Boots. He does a lot of things that annoy me when I watch him. And, he has some things that he needs to work on, which I'm sure he is. He's still young. But the clock is ticking. You know, it's time for him to just go out and just do something and stop waiting around for big names and stuff. Just stay busy. Keep your name out there.
Woo.
You know, because he's
I
going to
mean,
fuck
some
around and
oodles
have
and
these kids
noodles
like Abdullah Mason.
for this
You know,
last
these
piece.
younger
I'm going to
guys
cut it
become
up.
more popular
Oodles
than
and
him.
noodles.
And they just
And
got
put
here.
with this last
Bolton
piece
and all.
of
They're
chicken
going to
right
fuck
here.
around and bypass him in popularity. But Fanon was out here, you know, gassing up Boots as if that's the only guy that either him or Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford should be worried about fighting. You know, but he was really on pressing Terrence Crawford to fight. You know, and even though it didn't make any sense, and we were trying to tell him this, you know, he went on the whole narrative that, oh, we're just saying that he's moving
We
on
got
into a
banana,
bigger and
we
better
got
things because we're
banana
afraid
pudding.
to see him fight Boots. I'm not worried about Terrence Crawford. I was never worried about that fight. Boots can't beat Terrence Crawford. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that straight up. That's what I think. That's my belief. He's nowhere on the same level. That's a different level. He hasn't shown me anything yet to show me that he could beat Terrence Crawford. I never saw it. Or Errol Spence. Maybe Errol Spence now that he's been on these layoffs and he didn't look the same in his last fight with Terrence Crawford.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
here
now.
we go.
But before that fight, I didn't give
Wow.
Boots a chance to beat Errol Spence either. I
Tell
didn't think he was
God
ready
thank
for
you
either one
for
of the
giving
fighters.
him I thank you, Lord, for giving me.
I mean, bless him for winning those
Excuse
fights.
me.
Not
Y'all
having
want
to
some of
lose
this?
and winning those fights.
Mm.
But anyway, I done gone off into something else. That could be a separate video. But
Wow.
you know, he went on a couple of years campaign. You know, at least a year campaign of that. Now, every time one of his videos pop into my feed, it's about VADA testing, suspicious activity with Terrence Crawford, Stag, Victor Conte and Terrence Crawford, secret relationship. And it's just all these weird titles.
Yeah.
You know, so right now he's working on insinuating, because we're not dumb. He's trying to paint a narrative that Terrence Crawford is juicing. He's on PEDs. That's what the whole thing is. He's going to sit here and use that excuse of, I'm just reporting the reports that are out there. That's nonsense. Okay, because he keeps he's pounding that shit out, wall-to-wall coverage over there.
Damn.
How many
You
videos
really
has he
have.
made in the past couple weeks over this? You know, he's obsessed. He used to be a really good channel, man. It is sad to see him deteriorate like this because, you know, he has turned into a combination of a Tank Davis and Crawford hate channel. You know, that's kind of like the category I put him in now. And I'm really tired of watching it, man. You know, I'll be thinking about unsubbing all the time from his channel.
Damn.
Because he puts all this stuff out. He don't even have no proof of any of this stuff. He just says a whole lot of shit. And then when it comes out that it's wrong what he said, he don't even come back to clean the shit up. This is weird, man. You know, I don't understand. We were supposed to be excited when Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fought. As black Americans, we were supposed to be excited. As black people, we were supposed to be excited that our two best were getting together and giving us a show. And it just didn't go that way at all, man. Everything fell apart. The shit was a disaster. A whole war broke out on YouTube between boxing fans. And it was ridiculous. I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. Just pick your guy and then wish the other guy the best if he wins. That's all we got to do. I don't see any other race do this with their fighters. Man, I don't see Mexican fighters fighting like this or warring. Even when it's over Benavidez and Canelo, because there's a little division there, I don't see it to the extreme that I saw with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. This is the first time I had ever seen anything like this, and I don't like it, man. I really don't. Because it's stupid to me and it's embarrassing, to be honest.
Wow.
Just sit back and watch. I just been disgusted, man. Just sit back and watching this shit. I just hope that Fanon gets it together, man. I hope he gets himself checked out because it just looks weird. It's not normal. Even the look in his eye, man, it's just not right. Something is off with him, man. I'm starting to think something else is going on over there. Because it doesn't make no sense to wake up every morning and make sure you get out at least 2 Terrence Crawford propaganda videos. And then sourcing an idiot like Boxing Ego. Like anybody gives a fuck about his opinion.
We keep our most valuable belongings, our most important documents.
Willie D. Live. What's up, family? Simone Biles is an Olympic gold medalist. Her husband, Jonathan Owens, plays in the NFL. Together, seem like a happy couple. But for some reason, there are people out there that don't want to see them together. Now, I don't know if Emily Hutchinson, who is a writer for Women.com, don't want to see them together, or if she just, I don't know, doing her job, right? What is her job? I guess her job is to scrutinize relationships, evaluate them, take inventory, and then report back to the public her findings. Well, she recently wrote an article where she stated that Simone and Jonathan may be one of our favorite celebrity couples, but that doesn't mean their romance is perfect. She titled it, Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens' marriage has some obvious red flags. According to Emily, I want you guys to check out the red flags. She said, first and foremost, there are some undeniably cute things about the pair, such as their history of coordinated Halloween costumes. There are a few aspects.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Willie D. Live. What's up, family? Ice Cube has a new movie out, and a lot of people got a lot to say about it. Some people like it, some people don't. Insert O'Shea Jackson Jr. That's Ice Cube's son. O'Shea is an actor himself who came to his father's defense when trolls were trying to get at Cube. You know, they talking slick, right? Here's O'Shea Jackson Jr. responding to a troll on Twitter. Your daddy's new movie is somehow as shit as your wrestling takes, O'Shea said, and your dad is just as ain't shit as you. Crazy.
Wow. Snuggles. Good.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com.
Hey, Sales, you got anything more boutique?
He has Madison Square Garden already returned for it.
Hell, you out here scrambling and scraping. Where's that Rico you promised? You out here scrambling and scraping, baby. Where's that Rico you promised him? Huh? Huh, Taser? You out here scrambling and scraping. Hey, man, that ratchet TV
You
dude,
get up
man,
off
he
here,
deserves
yo.
1 million subscribers just on that line right
I feel
there.
good. Thank you, Lord.
Bad boy, we back, baby. Oh, man, I still ain't gotten over that, man. I gotta go back and play that again. That's how funny that was. Oh, my goodness. You want to talk about the funniest thing of the hour?
I wish I would have had some more banana pudding.
Oh, that was baby, you
Woo.
out here scrapping and scrapping. Yeah. On
For
October 3rd, they gonna say, all right. The man has served his time. We gonna say time served. Okay? Y'all done put this man behind bars for over a year. Took a year of his life away on some nonsense. Oh, Diddy got a new album coming out. Right. I know Kanye West is on the album. He got 2 songs right now chopped up with Diddy. The Diddy's audio is on that he recorded from jail. Then he's got some stuff that he was mixing up that he want to put together because he want to put his daughter North on there, but Kim Kardashian is trying to stop that, and you know he's freaking out about that. This my daughter too. So Kanye West is involved, and you got they should have Dame Dash on there. And Dame Dash, Kanye West, and Diddy called F y'all. Yeah, F y'all. Dame out here rapping now. They said Dame Dash is rapping. I'm like, get out of here. Dame Dash rap? They was like, Dame got a rap album. I'm like, I would buy that in a heartbeat. Where is Dame Dash rapping? I want that album. Get me Dame Dash rapping. He got an album with Freeway. Oh my God, I gotta listen to it. Oh man, they really hit Dame album. I got to hear that. Dame Dash is rapping. Please let me find that. I need to promote that and boost that to the moon. Dame Dash.
okay. Well, I can't stay on here long.
Yeah,
You know, it's
and
too
they
much.
trying to say, I need money from Jay-Z. Help Jay-Z. I'm Dame Dash. Oh man, it's a rock album. Oh God, yeah, I forgot. Dame Dash is really white now.
Look like 78 Sports.
Well, Dame problems come from, you know, his past. You know, a lot of people don't know about Dame Dash's past, and that's really what messed him up in the head. You know. So anyway, back to what's going on with Diddy. So Diddy is planning a Madison Square Garden concert. It's a comeback concert that's gonna be a mash. Like it's gonna be the biggest comeback concert ever. He's gonna go to Madison Square Garden, kick everything off from the garden. And they was like, ain't nobody gonna come there to see Diddy. Everybody's gonna come there to see Diddy. I guarantee it. It's like the president of Coca-Cola. I stand by that. That's my product. That's my stamp. I stand by that. Everybody keep talking about who ain't finna show up. Then everybody gonna stay away because it's Diddy. Diddy toxic. Everybody gonna be there. Nobody missing out on that. Trust me on that.
Oh boy. I think I seen it all in the trap. I think I heard it all in the trap. You're not believable, homie. Your album is straight trap. It sure would. Mark my mouth. Words, all the thing I do. I mean, I'm out here just too disturbed. Mentally, emotionally, you're getting on my last nerve. Ugh. Pay attention to the voice that you can hear, like me, the trap guy. I seen it all. I've been did this, ending up screaming, y'all. Ugh. After us for trapping, they definitely for us for rapping. Only thing I wanna do is make this money. Can you see? Can you see me in the hood? Me back in the trap. You know what it's just this rap. Pay attention, nigga. I mention what I do with this shit. Mix it up and whip it up and get it to its right. Serve it to the streets every day. Nah, I don't care what you say. I say the same words all the time. When you smoke that all the time, yeah, you gotta have it. Like a savage in the street light. Get home before the lights come on. Come on me, at the trap guy. Follow me. I am the rap guy. I'm trapping. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll holler at y'all. I'm rapping.